apartments, and I usually live alone in one of the apartments. And at night it gets very scary because my drawing room has a rocking chair, and on it there is a teddy bear also. So it gets really scary. Like, I don't like to go out there. So after every time I watch a horror movie, I get really scared and I just close my eyes and just try to go to sleep. So one night I was trying to go to sleep really quick because I had just seen a horror movie, but I heard faint footsteps in my drawing room. Like, I thought they were coming from the drawing room, but I ignored it. I thought it must be something from the outside or something. So I ignored it. And my lights were turned off, so I was inside the blanket and everything. I didn't want to move at all. So then I heard some more voices, but these were more close. Like, these were closer. Like, they were. It felt like they were somewhere from around my room. So I got really scared and I really froze. I wanted to turn on the light and see, but I didn't have the courage to even open my eyes because I thought something would be staring right at me. So I again tried to ignore it and again tried to go to sleep. So, and I was covered, like, I had covered myself in a blanket. But then after a minute or so, I felt pressure on my blanket as if someone had slept on it or someone was tugging at it. And I knew for a fact that no one was there in the bed, like, with me. So I got really scared and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to scream, but I just froze because I was shit scared. I didn't want to open my eyes and see that something in front of me or whatever. So I ignored it. I read the Hanuman Chalisa and everything, but I was really, really scared. But then after some time, that sensation went away and I felt that there was nothing on my blanket again. That was very creepy and I still get goosebumps when I think about it.
I used to live in the hostel in the first year, and a few things happened that made me and my roommate rethink about the presence of spiritual powers in our room. So one day it happened that I wasn't there in the room and my roommate was sleeping, and the room was obviously locked from inside. So she was sleeping and she gets really annoyed by even the smallest noises here and there. So she woke up to the sound of thud and footsteps in the room, and when she woke up there wasn't anyone in the room. And when she went back to sleep, she could feel someone staring at her from this side. So all of that happened, and when I came back and she told me all about it, I obviously laughed it off and told her that she was probably being paranoid or something. But a few months later, something similar happened to me as well. She wasn't there in the room and I was alone in the room, and the room was locked. I clearly remember it being locked and the lights were off, and I was sleeping and I had just fallen asleep, and I suddenly felt someone pulling my bed like this. So I just felt my bed being pulled towards the other side, and I woke up because obviously there was some movement near me, and I woke up and there was no one, and the room was locked from inside, and I checked even twice and thrice if there was someone else in the room, and there was no one. So yeah, that. And on our same floor, some people reported that they switched off the lights, and when they came back the lights were switched on. So first they thought that they might have forgotten doing that or something, but it also happened that they were in the room and they switched on the lights, and suddenly no one was standing there and they switched off. And it wasn't like the lights went off or something, but the switch was off. So I am not a believer of spiritual powers or anything, but yeah, all of that happened, and now I think that there is some other power in the world. I don't know if that is negative, positive, but yeah, there is something.
Okay, so this is something that happened to me and Ayush. So we were together, and it was late in the night, approximately 11:30, 12ish, and he decided to take me to Shaniwar Wad. So I was anyway scared, and it's not a horror story, but it's a very creepy thing that happened. So we were on our way on the Activa, and we were talking, and as we went on the bridge, we were talking about the couple thing. We saw an old man and a little girl, not little, but a young girl and an old man, and we were like, "Arey, set hai yaar, iska not." So we were making fun of them, and so it was dark and we couldn't see much. So we went past, and I turned around and I saw that the old man wasn't there, and the area was so empty that you could see if there's someone or no, but there was no one, and we were confused. Like there was just that girl, and so something happened, and we were like, U-turn lete and we'll see what's there. We took a U-turn. We came again. While going, we saw the girl, but while coming, the girl wasn't there and the old man wasn't there, and we saw nobody, literally nobody go across that road. So we still don't know like what that was and what it wasn't. We got shit scared and we ran. That's it.